Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Monique, and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. And today I am here to do a September closeout, basically, of the monthly goals and sinking fund amount, debt update, etc. for September. My hope was to be able to go into October as well, but I think this is going to be long enough without going into the October part. So we will go ahead and just concentrate on closing out September. All right, I'm gonna try and scooch in here just a bit and show you guys my my planner. So let me move this back just a tad, just a touch. That might make things a little bit easier. And so let's go ahead and get started. So I went back into a planner that is, excuse the squeaky chair if you hear it. Now, we done already talked about that. We had that conversation. It's over and done. But I went back into a simple budget planner that I bought for 2024 a while ago. I use it every now and then. I am still using my budget journal as well, but some of the major goals page, trackers, etc., I have moved over into this planner as well, just with the idea that I might keep track of it here. So that I can, because this was probably the one that was the most simplest as far as a digital planner is concerned that I've encountered or purchased. And so I'm trying to use this as a basis for designing one, at least in my mind, on how I would want mine to look. And so that was the move that I did make. I do still have the bullet journal as well. They did have some bullet journal templates on Etsy. But it's a lot about the tracking and different things like that. And that's less a concern of mine. But at any rate, I've decided to move back in here. So we're just going to talk through just a few things as far as the month is concerned. Just look at the vision board, our goals. Instead of trackers, I have gratitude and then reflection. So we'll talk through those, cover my sinking fund update, and then look at my debt. Okay. All right. So for September, this was my vision board overall, and some of the things that I tried to concentrate on, I guess, would be the best way to think through it. It's most of it was around the color kind of coordinate. I love fall, right? So I love the sage kind of color for green, the deep reds or the maroons, the oranges, etc., creams, and all of that good thing. So you see that as a theme throughout. Some of the quotes that I saw that I love: small progress is still progress. I need that definitely right now, just with trying to, with the way my budget is going and my debt is going, see the good in everything that happens. We've had a lot of change that's happened in the month of September, but I'm trying to embrace it all. You got a little football over there. Yes, I am a football fanatic as well. I've gotten back to walking again, not running, but she was kind of fly. And so I would say she was goals, but no, these knees ain't having that. I just want to at least be able to walk. So, choose a happy life, staying focused. And then I think the best quote that I saw: improve, inspire, think, dream, persevere, believe, and motivate. It's all about your mindset and changing that up. Okay. So that is what I am working on. So that's my vision board. As far as my goals are concerned, you've seen these before. For finance, I've met all of the goals that I wanted, around extra debt payment, paying off my Ally credit card, and then my self-care challenge. As far as my family is concerned, I did buy my baby bassinet that I needed to buy, and I should get Corinne scheduled for her ACT between today and tomorrow. So on Wednesday, they were out of school Thursday and Friday because of the weather, but on Wednesday I did go to the school and I did get her transcript. I have to input some of that information into the system in order to get her scheduled, and I think we should be able to take care of that today. From a personal standpoint, I did cross out the vision board meetup. My folks ain't responding to me, so they may just have some things going on, so I'm not going to worry about that. I did shop for the work attire. I don't think I'm going to do the blood pressure machine because I've started to walk. I'm taking some omega-3 and some other things to help just with my pressure. So I might hold off on that one for right now. And I still haven't scheduled our assigned ministry meeting outing. And then for health, I did get back to walking. So I haven't been walking in a while. But I have gotten back to that. So week 1, I did a couple of days. Week 2, I did meet my 3 days a week. Week 3, that's when I was traveling. I don't have anything in there. And then this past week, if it wasn't for the weather, I probably would have hit that goal as well. But we will carry this one over into October so that I can keep going. We actually have planned to participate in the bubble run. So my brother and my sister-in-law are coming in, bringing the 3 babies, auntie's babies. We're going to do the bubble run here in Georgia at the Atlanta Motor Speedway on October the 12th. And I actually have convinced a couple of friends of mine as well to join as well. So they registered yesterday. I'm going to see as many people as I could get. I need some folks that's going to do some leisurely walking with me. So hopefully we can get some additional people there, but it is about just having a more healthy or a healthier mindset. I did drink more water, but as far as this coffee on the weekends, we ain't even gonna talk about that one. Just let that one go. Okay, it is what it is. What it is. All right, and then I won't read to you guys, but I am tracking and just having at least one thing that I'm grateful for that I document for every day, and I've been doing pretty well on that. And then for my reflections. So this is just a recap of all of the things that I've wanted to capture as far as what I was able to achieve in the month of September. So the different shows that I watch, movies that I've watched, the books that I've read. A few of these photos are books that I read. The Devil Wears Scrubs was actually pretty funny. And then I did add some personal photos in here as well. So y'all, this is me and my doggy sitting on the porch. We sit on the porch and watch people pass by and talk about people. But that's my Xerxes right there. Yes, he always gets the big chair. But that's my partner. Here is Sweets and his mom. I took a picture of them at the virtual reality room that we did when we did Star Trek. She is funny, y'all. But we had an absolutely amazing time. So I did capture a photo on that. And then my church captured a photo of me doing some sign ministry while the choir was singing. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So I did keep that photo for myself. And the shirt that you see that I have on here, one of my ministry sisters, her and her fiance, they have a business that they've started making t-shirts that say God is the plug. And that truly is, that is the truth, right? He's the power source of everything, at least for me. So that is my monthly reflections. And so I will now go to the budget. And this is the previous or the financial planner that I've been using so far. And instead, let's see if I can get it to pull in my sinking funds. There you go. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the sinking funds and what we've got going on here. And I hope I was in frame just now as I was talking through the my reflections just now, just paying attention now to where this was showing. So I apologize if we were out of frame on that. All right, so these are for the month of September, what my totals look like. I do have them broken up into 3 categories. I have my high priority sinking funds, I have my family binder, and then I have my personal binder. As far as my high priority sinking funds are concerned, I did make a change. I took my utility buffer and tax prep and I've moved those up into my house miscellaneous overall category. So that's kind of a wash. Even though you see those at 0 amounts, it's because I moved that amount up here. I didn't have anything significant because property insurance, I always pay for that. That's going to be revolving. I get in subscriptions, that's always going to be revolving as well. So not a lot of variance there. I think I contributed more money than I took out. So my my ending amount is definitely higher. So I'm happy about that. For the personal binder, I did make a change as well. I don't have Auntie's Babies anymore. I actually moved that money and have added that to family. Instead of having family Christmas, it now says family shopping. And I added Auntie's Babies into that category as well. For this one, I did see some significant hits because Corinne had a lot of money that she needed to spend out of her binder, and the family fund that we just talked about, right? The going to the virtual room, that was taken out of this month as well. So I contributed some, but I definitely spent more. So I ended with a lesser amount than I started the month with on that one. And then for my personal binder, I combined Beauty into I Wish together with that one. And then I combined Hubby into Date Night. Even with those changes, it's kind of almost a wash because I did spend quite a bit of money out of I Wish. We did go out and eat as well for Date Night. So I have spent some of that money out. So let's come up with what these totals are. I did each category or each binder separately to make it easier when I'm trying to come up with these totals. So $25.87 plus 1116 and 198. So it was $3,901 is what I started the month with as far as my sinking funds are concerned. I added 1232 plus 317 plus 317 equals, I added 1,866. Okay, as far as what I spent, 594 out of my sinking funds, 615 from family, 329 from personal. I spent $1,538. Okay, and then ending balance was $32.25 for the sinking funds, $818 for family, and $186 for personal, $42.29. So $4,229. Let's see if those numbers add up correctly. So 3901 plus 1866 minus 11538 equals 4229. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are good. So I started with $3,900 and I ended with $4,200 as far as my sinking funds are concerned. All right. So that is it for the digital planner. Now we're going to talk about our debt payments. So y'all, sweets came for me. I'm gonna come out just a tad bit. Sweets came for me, y'all. I'm telling the people, sweets. So we've been looking at things and trying to understand how we can make some changes or edits, because we really have seen some significant family or life changes that have impacted our debt and our finances, and trying to get back on track. So I am not happy with a lot of the different templates that I've been using. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just I haven't been able to find that sweet spot for myself. Now, Sweets reminded me that I've spent a lot of money on different templates and pages and papers, and I'm still talking about doing some additional spending. Does that really make sense? And to his point, he right. That's all I'm gonna say. He right. So guess what's back? Well, guess what's back? The baddies and budgets. Yep, we are back in play with those again. I am going to utilize these forms and I'm going to use them up. At least I can say over the next 2 to 3 months, I should not have to buy anything, and that will give me time to search for something on Etsy or one of these content creators to see what might make better sense, or to develop or design my own templates. All right. So we're back in the mix with that. So with that said, I did use the baddies and budgets forms to track my debt payment or debt payment trackers. And so I'm going to add up all of my consumer debt at the same time as we're covering this. Okay. All right. So first, Best Buy. If you saw my previous videos, that you know Best Buy is back in the mix. I haven't had to use this credit card or Best Buy card for well over a year. But now I am going to use it to take care of this cell phone purchase. So the total amount as of the end of September was $709.83. And although it says here minimum amount is minimum payment is $0. For me, my minimum payment is actually going to be $50. That's what I want to pay so that I can try and hurry up and pay this off. But that's the balance, or the amount that I will be tackling as of the end of September. Now, the amount that it shows that I'm supposed to pay is like $29 or $39. I want to pay at least $50 on that to see if I can pay it off sooner rather than later. It's a 0% interest for 24 months. Rooms to Go is a 0% interest. For the furniture that I bought, it's 0% for 50 months. For the mattresses, it's 0% for 72 months. The total amount that's due on that right now is $5,415.72 as of the end of September. The minimum payment is $91.81. I typically pay $100 on that one though. And so that's what we've got for Rooms to Go. So let me put these numbers over here. $709.53 plus 5415.72. Okay. All right. Next, Allie is taken care of. There's no problems there because I pay that off at the end of every month or every billing cycle. City Card. So you'll notice that the City Card went up because it went from $31.81 at the end of July, and now at the end of September, the amount is $5,149.78. It's a 0% interest through March of 2026, and I want to have my minimum payment as $150. Now, that's less than that is actually required or asked for, but that's just my hope as far as how much I want to pay on that. So the reason why it increased is because I moved over some of the balance for the Kohl's card to get out of that interest, how much I was paying interest because of the larger amount that was due. So I moved that over. Plus I had another $1,100 that was added to that because of the trees, to get the 2 trees cut down. So that's why I've seen an increase there. So let me add that 5,149.78 to my total. All right. Now, Kohl's is the interest that is annoying me the most. It's a 31% interest rate. Yes, it's crazy. So like I mentioned before, I moved some of that balance out and moved it over to the City Card. So now at the middle of July, I owe $2,499.69. As of the end of September, I owe $1,175.88. So let me add that over here. 1175.88. Okay. It's saying now that my minimum amount that's due is $37, but I have decided that I'm going to pay $60. I'll write in the 37. No, I'm going to write in the 60. As a reminder that I want to pay $60. And what that will do is help to eat up any interest that got charged for that particular month, and still make sure that that $37, that full amount, is going towards the amount that's due. So I'm getting the full benefit of that minimum payment. Okay. Green Sky is next. Interest rate is 9.99%. My monthly payment is $89.75, and then as of the end of September, I owe $5,328.04. And y'all, as you can see, I just did not do a great job in July and August of tracking my debt, and I don't know if that's the reason why it got out of hand, but I'm going to say that's probably the reason why it got out of hand. If you're not constantly looking at these numbers, when you finally do after a couple of months, you may be surprised at what they actually say. And I'm getting surprised right now. All right, so the next one is going to be student loans. I used to track them separately, but I'm going to track them all together. It just makes things easier. So that's why you see this arrow coming over here on to the side. This total amount that you see here is the total amount for both of them combined. And that total amount is $11,290.75. All right, so that's what I owe as far as my student loans are concerned. These are not my student loans. I don't owe any student loans from my time in college. Those are for my oldest. You know, I've been trying to help her out up until she graduated, but then I just kept helping y'all. So they mine now. That's all I say. They mine. All right, and then Bridgecrest. This is my car loan or car payment. I have an 8% interest on that one. Minimum payment is $503. And I do a split bill method as far as payment is concerned for that. So at the end of this month, I show my balance at $23,989.32. All right, so, and I will just tell y'all, at one time, I was so excited that I was well under $50,000 as far as my debt was concerned. And those days apparently are done, because what I am showing right now that I owe for my consumer debt is $53,059.02. There you go. So that is the amount that I have that's due. Okay, so it's good to know, because you cannot tackle anything that you don't know about, or so you can't develop a plan if you don't know what you are developing a plan for. So there you go. That is my debt update. I think I'm good. And then I will do a monthly overview kind of for the month of October and get things settled in my baddies and budgets forms instead of printing out anything else. All right, sweets, I told the people, so you can leave me alone now. All right, thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.